and they're so well prepared and they're so smart.
Right.
I mean, what wrinkle can you throw at the other team that they're not prepared for? And maybe this is the wrinkle that they're showing that Mount Pleasant wasn't prepared for. So now McIntyre has to adjust.
Right. Like you said, we were talking about in the pregame what a great rivalry this has become. You know, it's one of the games you circle.
Oh, for sure.
And say, when do we play the Oilers? And rightly so. You mentioned 5-5 over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
It was a thriller last year that Midland won over at Mount Pleasant. Quick handoff to Johnson. He's going to get a couple. It'll be 3rd and 3. Yeah, just a different look for Midland right there.
Well, it's the old thunder and lightning approach to running, right? I mean, you got Gordon with the speed and getting outside, and then you've got the Thunder and Johnson powering up the middle, kind of like zonk and kick back way back in the day.
But they kind of start with a double wing on each side, and then put one of them in motion.
Yeah. And all the while they're doing this, and you got to say to yourself, don't forget about money.
Right. It's a pitch right, well covered by Mount Pleasant. It was Ty Smith, the carry. He's going to lose yardage. And so decision time here for Mettner. Got to believe you got to punt the ball, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You don't want to risk giving Mount Pleasant offensive momentum.
I thought that was the best pursuit Mount Pleasant has showed on defense there. They really closed down on the ball quickly on the outside. But once again, Money has a chance to put the Oilers deep in their own side of the field.
Caden Schlick back deep to receive the punt from Money. 6:52 remaining in the first half. High kick. Fielded at the 14 by Schlicht. And he is met and dropped. That's Hunter Kruger on another outstanding special teams play for the Chemics.
Has there ever been a year where Midland High's special teams have not been good? I mean, ever?
I think in the vast majority of games, it's a big advantage for Midland.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Whether even they turn their kickoff team into a weapon, it seems like. So Mount Pleasant on their own 19-yard line. All 3 of their possessions have started inside the 20 tonight. McIntyre's going to keep it. He's going to lose yardage. Drew Johnson was in there. Didn't get the initial hit.
Now, Dave, we were talking before the broadcast about Midland's down linemen, and the name for them is the Grubs.
Right.
And you said your dad, back in the day, actually came up with the name?
He did. He invented that one. That's what he called his D-line, and they were similar like to Ty Fagan on that play right there. Not necessarily big guys, but they get low and fumble the snap. They snapped it before McIntyre was ready, and a big loss for the Oilers.
Boy, you did not see that out of a Mount Pleasant program.
No.
That's very sloppy on their part. But those Grubs, what they do, they're small guys, strong guys, quick guys, and they get in the feet of the offensive linemen so they can't make their blocks.
So like 23, Danny Turberg is on there. He's not a real big guy, but you know, this guy's just wreak havoc. Kruger is in there.
Number 6,
Fagan Hine.
Cole Shell.
3rd and long. Low snap. It's a reverse. Halfback pass. Oh, he's got room to run. What a play. Still on his feet. It's going to be a big gain. See if Midland can catch him. Down the right sideline, and Oilers will score. What a play call. Corey Davis took a halfback pass, and it was really, he had his blocker out in front of him, and he just raced down the right sideline with just over 5 minutes to go. What a play call by the Oilers.
Well, trickery is what they needed at this point, because they were going nowhere with the offense that they had been showing in the running game or passing game. But an option pass worked.
Extra point for the Oilers is good. And just like that, the Andrew Funnel ties the score 7-7. Yeah, the Midland defense had just shut them down, and then Coach McIntyre just went deep in the playbook.
Deep in the playbook, yeah. And what was that, about 80 yards or so?
It was about around the 14. So about 85, 86 yards.
Yeah, well, we talked about what do you have in your bag of tricks to surprise the other team, and that's what Mount Pleasant had. Maybe they have more along those lines, but that was perfectly executed. Well, coming off a poorly executed play.
Right. It looked like they were going to just kind of like they were going to just kind of conservatively try to run the ball around end on a kind of a reverse run, really.
Yeah.
And then
Davis just slipped free.
Yep. So he found him open. He made a nice catch, and then it was really, as long as the receiver was out there for the block, he executed it, and he was gone. So Midland try to bounce back here. The kickoff will sail out of bounds. That's a cardinal sin for a kicker.
Yeah. Yeah, like you mentioned earlier about the kickoff game where they try to do positional kicking, and 90% of the time they're quite effective on that and pinning the opponents deep inside the 20, but that time it was not executed well.
I always feel kickoff out of bounds is one of the biggest penalties.
Yeah, we're starting at the 35 now.
Yeah, you instantly give decent field position. So the Chemics will try to rebound here.
They tried to do Midland style and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Really.
So now Midland with wideouts instead of that bunch formation. Money back to pass. The receiver is covered. He's on his feet. He's going to try to make something happen. Spins, but he's going to go down after about a 2-yard gain.
Number 21 brought him down. That's Griffin Brookins.
Good quick feet for Money. I think he wanted to go to Gordon short, but he was well covered. So he pulled the ball down, surveyed the field, and just had to take off. 2nd and 8 for the Chemics. Douglas in the game. We're going back to that tight formation. Douglas in motion this time. Money back to pass. Fires downfield. He's got Gordon! Down the middle of the field. It's a race to the end zone. Gordon puts a move on, and he's going to drive ahead to the 2-yard line. The Chemics strike back quick. So Money puts it in the outstretched arms of Gordon, the dangerous Eli Gordon.
Well, you're talking about that bunch play, and Gordon's back here. You're thinking they're going to run the ball. Well, that doesn't happen. He slips free, and he is wide open down here for the pass.
Money again just puts it between the numbers where only Gordon can catch it. 1st and goal, Chemics. Money's going to keep it. Drives ahead. Touchdown, Chemics. Great response by Midland after giving up the big play, and Mount Pleasant tying to just march down the field, led by that big pass play from Money to Gordon to regain the lead.
For as much confidence as that big play made for Mount Pleasant, I think Mount Midland's drive here just sucked all that confidence away from them, because they answered the right cross with a strong punch of their own.
Colin Haddad for the extra point. Money the holder. Kick is up, low line drive, but it splits the uprights. And with 4:08 to go in the half, the Chemics regain that 7-point lead, 14-7.
Well, Money again is a threat, throwing or running, and this time he gets the ball, picks his spot inside the line, and basically goes untouched into the end zone. Puts his head down here about the 2-yard line, goes in, and Kimmicks are leading.
Colin Coffey, the right guard, did a great seal block there to help create that hole.
You know what I liked about that drive from Midland High is, I mean, what a shocker, right? Mount Pleasant throws out this trick play and it goes a long ways for a touchdown. Zero panic. They come right out, they get the ball, march right down the field. Here we go, boys. We can answer what you got.
So this game has lived up to the expectations so far. A lot of big plays, and
it's fun to watch, isn't it?
Exciting. Very
Isn't it fun to watch two elite programs go at it?
It's Haddad will perform the kickoff duties for the Chemics. Again, short to the right, fielded at 15. Hits the dirt. It's going to be recovered, but it's another
Muff.
Abenohar had
second time tonight, Dave. He's had trouble with the kickoff.
He did, yep.
Well, you aren't gonna
Abenohar, yeah.
You aren't going to outdo Midland on positional kicking. Mount Pleasant tried, and they kicked it out of bounds. Midland executes it well, and here we are. Yeah.
And really with a chance to create a turnover off of it. McIntyre back to pass, little swing pass. And
tough to bring down.
Yeah. Pushed down. A good effort by Davis. They've been going to.
We don't have 15 on our roster here, Dave.
But that's I think it's Corey Davis, isn't it? No, Davis is 20.
Yeah.
They've gone to him a lot, though. That'll be 2nd and 3. McIntyre's going to keep it. Going to get the first down. Hit by Barry, but not before he will move the chains.
Well, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, McIntyre is the son of head coach Jason McIntyre. He's a junior, about 5'10", 180. Real good quickness.
Yeah, you can see that he dangerous on the ground as well as through the air. 3:33 to go in the half. Back to pass, going down the. Oh. Something has to be called.
Tackled.
Yeah. So I think it was more of a collision than a blatant interference, but he really didn't have much choice there. It was Zion Douglas.
Yeah.
Covering Mason Rondi.
Collision right there. Bam. Bring him down. I guess you could call that pass interference.
Yeah.
Tackle
Mount
before.
Pleasant might have had a beef.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up a first down for Mount Pleasant at their own 48-yard line. 3:24 remaining. McIntyre is going to keep it again, picks his way ahead for about a 5-yard gain. Barry on the tackle again.
On the tackle. Ball is advanced to the 48-yard line.
So it'll bring up 2nd and about 6. McIntyre on that quarterback draw that Money also likes to run it similarly, just try to kind of pick their way and maximize what they can get out of it.
Yeah.
Trips left for the Oilers. McIntyre back to pass, quick in the flat, one-handed grab. It's going to move the change. That's Caden Schlick, and Mount Pleasant is on the move.
Well, McIntyre is on his money now with his throws. He's throwing on the run mostly, as we're seeing right now. But Well, you'll see a sprint out here. You'll see McIntyre go to his left, and he's looking for that short pass in this area right here. Wide open, number 3.
1st and 10, Oilers. Quarterback draw again. He's got room to run right up the middle. Good quickness by McIntyre, still on his feet. All the way inside the 10-yard line. Great run by McIntyre. That was a huge hole.
That was a huge hole, and what speed he has, huh? That's the first time we've really seen him get free. And it's basically a quarterback draw right up the gut, and he's going to pick his spots and zigzag his way for a big gain against Midland High. He sees the hole, and he cuts right up the middle. Nice block by number 10, and he cuts back here and is brought down at about the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, Oilers. It's their best drive of the contest so far. And there's going to be a timeout Midland. It'll be their 3rd timeout of the half. And Coach Rapanis just wants to get his defensive crew to regroup here.
We're so used to seeing Mount Pleasant do the bunch formations and do the power attack with 3 backs in the backfield, but now they're starting to spread things out with 3 wide receivers. That spreads out the Midland High defense, and that gives McIntyre some room to run.
Right.
And we're starting to see him showcase his talents. In the first quarter, we really didn't see his talents too much, but he does have definite quickness, and he's very elusive once he gets past the tackle. He's got speed to burn you.
Great job again for those Chemic cheerleaders here with, despite the limited crowd, as enthusiastic as always.
Don't you just miss the band?
I do
Don't you
miss
wish
the
the
band.
marching band was here in the student section?
Yeah. I know, the marching band just helps electrify the stadium.
But hey, at least we're playing, right?
We're playing.
We're playing football.
Yeah, I'm thankful for that.
All right, here's the old school Mount Pleasant line setup here.
Gunner behind McIntyre. Hasn't really carried the ball much, but he'll carry it this time. Drive ahead to the 4. Barry again tripping him up.
Gunner, the ball carrier. Eli Gordon on tackle. Falls inside
2nd and
the 5.
goal from the
2nd and
4.
goal.
Wouldn't be terribly surprised to see Gunner again. You can see he gets running downhill.
Mount Pleasant better pick up the pace here.
1:40 to go in the half. Mount Pleasant threatening to tie things up here. And drive ahead, that's a touchdown. That's that's Gunner again.
Yeah.
We said we wouldn't be surprised to see him. He just puts his head down and the offensive line got the surge.
That was old-fashioned run-off tackle, and Mount Pleasant executed it to perfection. Great drive by the Oilers.
It really was.
Very impressive.
And the scoreboard just went out here at the stadium. It just went blank. We know that there's a little over a minute to go in the quarter. There we go, it came back on. Momentary glitch, 1:28 remaining. Extra point is no good. That was Eli Gordon. I think he might have got a hand on the ball.
Well,
It's tremendous penetration by Gordon.
this touchdown here is nothing but a power play, a power move by Gunner off of left tackle. Takes the handoff, puts his head down, barrels his way into the end zone with the help of his lineman.
That's a pretty tough stop right there.
Yeah, it is.
And then that's a big miss extra point. Eli Gordon came flying in from the left edge, and it was hard to tell if he got a finger on it or he may have just disrupted the concentration of the kicker.
Well, that's a forte by Midland High.
That's more special time. We'll take a look at that extra point.
And they are rushing. Here comes Gordon in to block the kick right there. Got a piece of it. Well, at least he intimidated the kicker.
Squib kick. Oh, great job fielding the ball. And it's Douglas. Spins out to the 42. That's another that's a big special teams play for Chemics right there with 1:23 to go.
Plenty of time.
Gives them decent field position. So Gordon started the game with that long kickoff return, and then he makes his presence felt all over this field.
He does. But once again, we're talking about special teams, right? Kickoffs and blocking extra points.
Yep. Money alone in the backfield. 3 receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. But it's a quarterback draw. Money spin move into Oiler territory to the 49.
Rickenstrick thought he was going to make the tackle, and Money said, nope, no way, I'm getting away from you. So he did a spin move away from, here he goes, Money takes the ball, and you'll see number 1, Rickenstrick here. Up. Nope, you can't touch me.
2nd and 2 for the Chemics. Again, Money alone in the backfield. This time he drops back. He's got time, but there's a whistle, flag on the play, false start Chemics. That's a big penalty.
Sure is.
Make a 2nd and 7 instead of 2nd and 2 with 50 seconds remaining.
Eric Mettner says, who was that on? Who was that on?
So those, you wonder if the receivers are just getting over anxious, because that's 2nd or 3rd time we've seen that today.
On that side of the field.
Between the two teams.
Yeah. 5 wide receivers.
Johnson in the left slot. Money back to pass. Fires, he's got Gordon. He's got the first down, still on his feet, still going, Eli Gordon. Oh my goodness. What a run down to the 26-yard line.
Whew. Well, once again, we'll see Money drop back, and he'll find, Money goes back to this position, he'll find Gordon out here, basically a button hook type route, guns it to him, and then once Gordon makes the catch, it's all athletic ability and speed at that point, going up the sideline.
Chemics knocking on the door. Money back to pass under heavy pressure, and he just goes down. I don't think they have any timeouts left.
That's that Humphrey, Max Humphrey, number 15.
10 seconds to go, the clock's running. He's either got to down it. He better hurry up if he's going to spike it. He did get it down with 1 second to go. That was a big blitz by Mount Pleasant, came from the left side, and Money had no chance.
Max Humphrey has played a strong game for the Oilers from his linebacker position. He pretty much came in unblocked from the left side.
Yeah, he was unimpeded to the quarterback.
Yeah, that's a clean shot. That's every linebacker's dream right there. Clean shot at the quarterback.
Heads up field general play by Money to get everybody lined up and get that ball spiked with 1 second to go.
I guess you could say Mount Pleasant's in the prevent defense.
There are 5 people inside the 10-yard line. Hail Mary pass down, and it is knocked down.
Intended for Drew Berry.
And so.
Uh-oh.
And
we have a lineman down.
Yeah, that's Logan Ware is in a lot of pain for the Chemics.
Did not see what happened to him, but no. He is in a lot of pain, as you say.
That does bring us to the end of the first half. Dramatic half of football. This is just great stuff, Chris.
Dramatic, well played, fun. Typical of Mount Pleasant versus Midland High.
Yeah, and you mentioned, is it tough on the players when there's not many people in the stands, and you know how it is when you play sports. Once you get in the game, you just are thinking about the game. Obviously the crowd can be a big factor in a football game, but these guys are just out here competing.
Yeah, well, you have your own teammates cheering, you have the cheerleaders cheering, and you have your parents cheering.
That's
so
right.
Put it all together. That's a nice little crowd.
Well, Chris, I know we didn't get to these before we started, but
let's see how accurate I was.
let's
okay,
see how
we'll
I put
see
the
how
pressure
accurate.
on you.
All right, I did this before the game.
Right, he
So
did it before. I vouch for him.
Yes. So number one key I had is money. Man is money, and that is Al Money, and he has been money so far.
Yes.
In terms of throwing the ball and running the ball, he has been outstanding. Number two, make Mount Pleasant throw the ball. That means your defense has to stop the run. They're a power running team, and Mount Pleasant used a trick play to score on one big play, and then McIntyre, the quarterback, is really impressing us with his speed and his elusiveness. So Midland's going to have to make adjustments to him because he looks like he could be a difference maker. And then three is win the special teams in all four quarters. And again, Dave and I have been talking about that tonight, is on kickoffs or punts or extra points. Midland High needs to make a difference, impose their will, and they did that by blocking an extra point, and that made the score 14-13 entering the half here in their favor. So let's go to Mount Pleasant. Pound the ball. They had those two big guys in Rickenstrick and Shell, 6'5", 240 each of them. They have a big line, big backs. You want to pound the ball so Midland High doesn't get the ball in offense. Midland High's got playmakers all across the field, Money and Gordon and Smith and Barry, and they've got a lot of guys who can make plays, so you want to control the ball. Number two is keep Money in the pocket. Don't let him beat you. He has the capability and the ability to beat you throwing the ball, but he can run and he can make big plays with his feet. And number three is play to the final tick on the clock. It's a away game. This is going to be a very close game. Expect this game to go down to the final seconds. That should be your mindset when you're the away team trying to beat the home team here in such a marquee matchup game. And by the looks of it at halftime here, 14-13, we are going to see this game go down to the final seconds.
I think you're right. It's been dramatic, and as they still attend to Logan Ware, the left tackle of the Chemics, unfortunately in a lot of pain trying to get off the field. But we're gonna turn things over for the halftime, and we will be back with you to bring you the second half of the game. Again, 14-13, Midland on top as we go into halftime.
With the MCTV network, you can share your story through television, online video, social media, and podcasts. Since 1984, MCTV has provided public access to television for the people and organizations of Midland. This hasn't changed. However, there are many other ways for you to reach your audience wherever they are and whenever they want. Call 837-3474 for details. Follow us on Facebook and search for MCTV Community Voices on YouTube or podcast platforms for more local stories. Join us to build a better community through media at MCTV.
I don't recall the exact details of getting involved, but I know that it was, I had an interest in television. I had an interest in producing programs, and Midland Community Television was a perfect outlet for that, and has been for the last 30 years, a way for somebody to become involved with the production of television programs and saying what you want to say, showing what you want to show, with very few limits on it, and then having that actually be produced and sent out to the community at large.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
Midland Community Television has exciting news for Midland area nonprofits. Recently, MCTV has undergone changes both technologically and organizationally to help you share your story better and reach your audience wherever they are. Our new services include public service announcements, special event recordings, audio podcasts, YouTube video, live TV broadcasts streamed online, and more. Call 837-3474 for details. Follow us on Facebook and search for MCTV Community Voices on YouTube or podcast platforms for more local stories. Join us to build a better community through media at MCTV.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
Well, I can only imagine the benefit to the community is through what you hear on the streets as far as did you see, or there was information that I didn't know about. It would be Midland County Cancer Services, or the police department, or city hall meetings, commission meetings, and so it's the news of the community on television. Midland only has one television station. MCTV is the station for Midland.
The MCTV network helps Midland residents share their story with the community. Our media producer workshops will help you get started. In one short session, you will learn how to create media that will educate, entertain, and enrich the community in which we live. Get registered for a workshop by calling 837-3474, follow us on Facebook for more information, and search for MCTV Community Voices on YouTube and your podcast platform for more local stories. Join us to build a better community through media at MCTV.
MCTV gives you a chance to expand your horizons in terms of what you can express, that the rest of the community can benefit from witnessing it, and it gives you a chance to enrich others through your enrichment. I think that's really important. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, whether you have a passion for political ideas or spiritual ideas, MCTV gives a voice to that, an opportunity for your voice to be heard.
With the MCTV network, you can share your story through television, online video, social media, and podcasts. Since 1984, MCTV has provided public access to television for the people and organizations of Midland. This hasn't changed. However, there are many other ways for you to reach your audience wherever they are and whenever they want. Call 837-3474 for details. Follow us on Facebook and search for MCTV Community Voices on YouTube or podcast platforms for more local stories. Join us to build a better community through media at MCTV.
I don't recall the exact details of getting involved, but I know that it was, I had an interest in television. I had an interest in producing programs, and Midland Community Television was a perfect outlet for that, and has been for the last 30 years, a way for somebody to become involved with the production of television programs and saying what you want to say, showing what you want to show with very few limits on it, and then having that actually be produced and sent out to the community at large.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
Midland Community Television has exciting news for Midland area nonprofits. Recently, MCTV has undergone changes both technologically and organizationally to help you share your story better and reach your audience wherever they are. Our new services include public service announcements, special event recordings, audio podcasts, YouTube video, live TV broadcasts streamed online, and more. Call 837-3474 for details. Follow us on Facebook and search for MCTV Community Voices on YouTube or podcast platforms for more local stories. Join us to build a better community through media at MCTV.
Here come the Chemics out from the locker room, ready for the second half. But before we get to the kickoff, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. And Chris, you can kind of talk us through some of these.
Here's the first touchdown pass, Money. Well, no, I guess this isn't a touchdown pass. It's Money to Gordon, and that combination has worked 4 times tonight for 110 yards. And again, Gordon on the ground. Gordon can catch, Gordon can run. We're seeing it tonight. Gordon can block extra point kicks. Let's see what happens here. This is a long kickoff, and Gordon gets the ball. I think this started the game here.
Yeah.
And again, his speed is impressive, and his power. Look at that. Money fakes the handoff and throws deep to Smith. This started the scoring for Midland High. Perfectly thrown ball. Money, his accuracy is quite impressive. Yeah, Money in the first half was 6 for 8 for 158 yards, and that one touchdown pass we saw there to Smith. Gordon, as I mentioned, caught 4 balls for 110 yards. Johnson, 6 carries, 24 yards. And Money has run 9 times for 20 yards and a TD.
Yeah, it's there's just some superb athletes out here tonight, Chris, really on both teams. And you know, some of the stars of Midland have really shown here, like Money, Gordon, and those guys. And you got to give Mount Pleasant some credit. You know, Midland kind of had them on their heels, and then that one trick play, about 86 yards, the halfback option, that kind of shifted everything. It got Mount Pleasant back in the game. Midland marched right back down and scored. You know, we're undaunted by that, and then Mount Pleasant did the same thing, marched right back down. So
Mount Pleasant needed that halfback option for a score in a bad way.
Yeah.
Because they weren't doing well offensively. Midland had them stymied. They could not run the ball. They could not throw the ball. Then they're throwing that trick play, and all of a sudden you could see Mount Pleasant exhale like, oh, okay, yeah, we can score and move the ball against these guys.
And so, yeah, the Midland defense doing a pretty good job against the Oilers. Oilers, the #1 offensive team in the Saginaw Valley League Blue Division, 726 yards coming in. Midland #2, not too far behind with 648. Midland a little more balanced. Their rushing and passing attack, where Mount Pleasant is more of a running offense. And the defenses, the 3 teams you'd expect to be at the top, Dow, number one with allowing 339 yards over 2 games. Midland 341, so very similar, in Mount Pleasant at 401. So kind of as you'd expect that they'd be among the leaders in a lot of those categories.
Well, I have to admit, the first quarter I was a little disappointed, you might say, in McIntyre, the quarterback for Mount Pleasant. I was expecting more out of him. This is the first time I've seen him this year. In the second quarter, he really impressed me.
Yeah.
I mean, he is an elusive, quick quarterback, and he can throw on the run. And so we'll see what happens here in the second half. But, yeah, he's a playmaker. I like him.
They helped him out. They were running kind of a tight formation to start the game. There wasn't really a lot of room to maneuver. When they started spreading things out, it just kind of opened things. He's got those quick feet, and he can create. And that really seemed to help McIntyre.
Yeah, but what can you say about Gordon? I mean, the guy's just a fantastic first half.
Yep.
Special teams, defense, offense, the guy does it all. Quite a playmaker.
And so we are about to get underway, folks. Again, welcome everybody over at Dow Diamond and on YouTube watching live tonight. Let's enjoy the second half as Midland boots it down again, where they do such a great job of just putting it in a tough position. Schlicht this time fields it and did a pretty nice job getting it out to about the 22-yard line.
It's like hitting a 9-iron into the green and the ball bites right near the right near the pin. I mean, it's pretty amazing to watch these positional kickoffs by the Chemics. Well, we'll see what adjustments are made by the Oilers here. They've had the bunch line up and they've had the spread. We'll see what they do now.
Again, we still haven't really seen them go to Shell or Rickenstrick as in the passing game so far. Gunner, no, that's not Gunner. Oh, big, that was blown up. Johnson and Barry just blow that play up. That was Abinohar, who we hadn't really seen much from him in the first half. By that time, he lost a yard. Bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, here's Barry and Johnson, left side, pretty much unblocked. Both those guys are hard hitters. Barry 6'3", 195. Johnson 6 foot, 215.
Yeah, Abinohar had no chance on that one. McIntyre rolls to his right, fires. He got drilled, but completes the pass out to Schlicht. And he's going to move the chains. Under some duress there, he took a big hit, did McIntyre, but threw the ball on the money.
Rolls to his right, under pressure. Looks like Bradley buries him, but nice throw. Give credit to McIntyre. He had a guy barreling in on him, and he made an accurate pass there. Good job by him.
This time it's Gunner driving ahead for about 4 yards.
Have we seen a turnover tonight? I don't think we have we?
There has not been.
Oh,
no.
Okay. So far, mistake-free by both teams.
As you mentioned, Mark Gunner, the big running back from Mount Pleasant. He easily leads the Saginaw Valley League Blue Division coming into this game with 293 yards. 8.9 yards per carry. Gunner again spins ahead. Got tripped up by Mahabir.
Yeah.
That was a nice tackle by Mahabir. Looked like Gunner was going to have some room to run, and he just was able to trip him up and bring up a 3rd and 2. Audibling here. He's going to keep it, and he's going to, oh, he broke loose, and there he goes.
Wow.
Looked like Midland had him stopped around the line of scrimmage, but he squirted free, and then there was just nobody in the backfield, and the quick feet of McIntyre goes the distance.
You have to be impressed with this young quarterback. He's a junior, coach's son, as we mentioned. Quick feet, and he was stopped.
He was stopped.
And he put his head down. He kept his feet moving, and all of a sudden shot through a hole and went untouched all the way for a score.
Mount Pleasant's going to go for 2 here. They had the extra point block before. It's 19-14. It's a counter, and it's going to be successful. I think that was, is that Gunner?
Yep, Gunner.
No, that was
number 20,
Corey Davis. And so,
well, here we are again. McIntyre takes the ball, goes to the right side of the line, puts his head down. You think, oh, he's tackled. Wait a second. Nope, that doesn't happen. He finds a hole, keeps his feet moving, puts his head down, gone. Untouched to the end zone.
It's almost like Chemics just thought they had him.
Thought they had him. Thought his forward progress had been stopped, but no, McIntyre just kept moving and found that hole.
What you'd expect from a Midland Mount Pleasant game here,
Yep.
back and forth. The first lead of the game for the Oilers, 9:41 to go in the third quarter. Chemics have an injured player on that play.
Well, this is Davis, another injury.
I think that's Ty Fagan being helped
T
off the
formation. Davis gets the ball, goes to the left side. Nice blocking by the left side of the Oiler line. Puts his head down, barrels in past Barry, number 19, for the 2-point conversion, giving Mount Pleasant a 21-14 lead.
Yeah, just ran a little counter there and had the numbers.
That's number 5, Ty Fagan, getting helped off the field, Dave.
Yeah. So.
And he's a key player.
Yeah.
And
so Mount Pleasant will, they strike quickly to start the second half.
before the half, we saw Logan Ware, an offensive lineman for Midland High, a sophomore, get helped off the field. We'll see if he'll be back on the field for the second half.
So fielded at the 13. Trying to find some room around, cuts ahead. That was Ty Smith. Pretty good return out to the 32-yard line, so decent field position. And Chemic offense will take the field, their first deficit of the game. So big plays have contributed mightily to the last 2 scores for Mount Pleasant for sure, and then Midland towards the end of the half. Johnson in the backfield.
A little confusion on Midland's part on offense.
Yeah, this is what happened earlier, and it's delay a game.
Not good.
They're not going to be happy. You know, he didn't want to have to use a timeout, but
and he is not happy as he walks out on the field to talk to Money. You burn a timeout in your first series of the second half, that is not good.
Well, I think they didn't use the timeout. They got called for a delay game.
Well, then why is Mettner on the field?
They got time to administer the penalty, I think. So they're
all right, no
rough
timeout.
Start for the Chemics here. 1st and 15. Gordon. Money's going to keep it. Going to drive ahead for about 3. Rickham Strick was in on the tackle.
You've called Rickham Strick's name a few times, but again, 84 Schnell, who is being recruited by 20-plus Division I schools, has not had his name mentioned much. He has not been involved in the action from our point of view here.
2nd and 12. Gordon in motion again. Money back to pass. He's looking deep, and he's got his man. I mean, he might be out of bounds. He caught it, but came down with his foot out of bounds. It was Martin Bradley, the intended receiver.
I know this was out of bounds on the catch, but what a toss by Money. Drops back. Bradley goes down the sideline, basically a fly pattern. And pinpoint pass just out of bounds here at about the 40-yard line. Could not get that foot in bounds. But, man, Money, impressive.
3rd and 12. Money back to pass. Quarterback, he's going to keep it. Drives ahead, but no, that was a good job by the Oilers defensively, and I think that was,
well,
couldn't see who it was, but Midland's going to have to punt.
Rickenstrick was in on that tackle, and one thing you're seeing here so far early in the second half is Rickenstrick is spying Money. He's not going to let Money beat him on the ground, and he was hanging out in the middle of the field saying, you're not going to get past me, and he chased him down.
So Money back to punt for the Chemics. Whoa, took a while to get rid of that one. And it's going to take a Oiler bounce down at about the 37. And so now this is
momentum has definitely changed, Dave.
Yeah, so this is key time, you feel, for the Chemic defense. You know, a lot of times you look at the beginning of the 3rd quarter of a game.
Yeah.
You know, Mount Pleasant struck quickly, Midland with a 3 and out, and Mount Pleasant with the ball again. And Chemic's got a defense. He's rise to the occasion here. 8:34 to go in the 3rd quarter. That's the big fella, Gunner. Plows ahead for about 4. Mahabir in on the tackle.
You kind of get the sense that Mount Pleasant's wearing Midland High down a little bit on that run game. I mean, that was a nice size hole for Gunner to go through on the left side of the line there. And keep in mind, I mean, Midland High has a number of players going both ways. Johnson and Gordon and Mahabir and Barry. You know, these guys are playing both offense, defense, and special teams in some cases.
2nd and 6. Gunner again. This time, Chemics hold their ground. A lot of blue jerseys surround Gunner on that one. We'll give him a yard.
Yeah, this is a big 3rd down stop for Midland High coming up. You want to get that ball back and not give Mount Pleasant any more sense of feeling good about themselves, because you get that impression right now. They're feeling pretty confident.
Yeah.
So big time stop here for Midland High. They need it.
2 receivers out to the right. Wouldn't be surprised to see McIntyre keep it here. Back to pass. There is motion again out there. That's happened a lot today.
It has.
So that's a big penalty.
That's a bit. We're just going to see the number 15 Humphrey go into motion here. And if we're going to try to figure out where exactly the motion came into play. And the official on the far side called it. I did not see it, Dave. I'll be honest with you.
I didn't either. McIntyre fires down the middle, just off the hands of the intended receiver, Mason Rondi. Good coverage there by the Chemics.
Well, that penalty was a killer for the Oilers. It was a killer. Absolute killer, and Midland High needs to capitalize on this.
Yeah, that basically turned it into a must-pass situation, where before they had some options.
Let's see if the Chemics try to put pressure on the Oiler punter here.
Douglas. Or Martin Bradley back to receive. Oh, a high snap over the punter's head. And he's going to be buried. Is that a safety, or they're going to? It's better if it's not a safety. He probably should have run out of the back of the end zone, but
yeah,
another special teams advantage for the Chemics. Sails over the punter's head, and he tried to pick it up to get it off, but.
Well, this was nothing more than a bad snap high, about 10 feet, about 4 feet above the punter's head. And if he had it to do all over again, I'm sure the coach is going to tell him, throw the ball out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
Don't get caught at the 2-yard line, and that's where they determined his.
Two's better than 7.
Yeah.
So, see, you were talking about Midland having to capitalize. Here's their opportunity. Money's going to keep it. Money in for the end zone for the touchdown. Just like that, the Chemics punch back in this heavyweight battle here.
Momentum flip-flopping back and forth. And quicker you can say a bad snap from center. Midland High is about ready to tie this game.
On the first turnover of the game, and Midland wastes no time converting and taking advantage of that. Al Money just the quarterback draw, just driving ahead. The offensive line blew open another big hole for him. Haddad with the extra point is up and good. And we're tied up again, folks. 6:44 to go in the third quarter. Back and forth action here at Midland Community Stadium.
Well, we'll see the replay here. Money scoring, and let's be honest, the Mount Pleasant defense was in a daze because they didn't think this was going to happen. So Money just takes the ball, finds that hole, cuts right up the middle, puts his head down for a score from 2 yards out. Game is tied now at 21-21, but Mount Pleasant has to be a bit discouraged. I mean, they definitely had momentum on their side. They make a dumb penalty on the motion. Then they have 3rd and long. Midland stops them. They go into punt formation. Bad snap from center. Punter gets the ball. Instead of running into the end zone for a safety, he gets tackled at the 2. Midland takes over, scores a touchdown.
There's also a heck of a block by Drew Johnson. So he pancaked his linebacker. So here we go. Now Midland.
Johnson's going to have a lot more pancake blocks before the season's over.
Haddad with the kickoff. You know where it's headed.
Well,
it's a little bit deeper this time. And a little room to run.
Bradley. 3-on-3.
Hayden Schlicht all the way out to the 37, and so why they pooch kick it most of the time is it's a really nice return by Schlicht. A decent field position for the Oilers, who will in this fight are going to try to punch back.
That's right. We'll see how they answer the call here.
But yeah, previously, like you said, that was a big defensive stand for the Chemics.
Sure was.
And momentum quickly shifts again. McIntyre with the quarterback draw. It's kind of been their main play tonight is McIntyre running.
As it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, he's proven he can make that play work.
Thing is, Chris, coming into today, McIntyre had 13 carries for 18 yards.
Wow.
Which could be some sacks in there possibly, but I mean, it wasn't really a featured part of their offense. But tonight
he had over 50 on 1 carry.
Yeah,
on his
tonight
touchdown run.
It's been the main part of their offense.
Yeah, he's been impressive for sure.
2nd and 5. Gunner. Whoa. That's some power right there. He was hit in the backfield. Nick Kruger,
nice play. He hung on for dear life, but he brought him down.
He did. He still brings up a 3rd down, but you can see why Gunner is a successful running back. He's got a lot of power.
Kruger is one of those grubs we've been talking about. 140 pounds he's playing on the line. And watch him. He does not let go of Gunner. He says, "You are not going away from me, man."
That's a
down.
bulldog mentality right there. There's that counter play.
First down.
It's going to be 1st down for the Oilers. It is Corey Davis. This time that was really the play that they got the 2-point conversion on, that kind of full house backfield to run a counter.
Dave, I know we got a quarter and a half left to play here, but don't you just wish you could say, hey, we're going to make this 2 out of 3. We want you guys to play next week and then the following week. I mean, this is just a ton of fun watching two great programs go at it.
Absolutely. First and 10 Oilers from the 48, 49. McIntyre again, the quarterback draw. This time he tripped up a little bit.
54.
And Bradley in on the tackle.
Well, give credit to the 54 Colin Coffey on that play. He came in there, and on his back he was trying to trip up McIntyre, and he slowed him down.
Good job by Coffey, who is also starts on the offensive line.
Sophomore, 5'10", 210 pounds.
Up front, 52 John Hine in there along with Kruger. McIntyre again. Oh, he's got room to run on the edge. Spins around. He's there's a flag on the play over here. I wonder if that might be a hold.
I thought there might have been a hold on that play on the corner there on the edge.
Yeah, it's a hold. The Chemics knew it too.
Yeah.
That's what sprung him loose.
You'll see McIntyre come along here on the left side, and right about in this area, you're going to see a hole. Let's run the play. As he comes along here, there's the hold right there. It looks like it was on Gordon. Backs up the Oilers 10 yards.
Bring up 2nd and 15. Short 15, long 14. In the I formation now. Big handoff, and he's gonna be sacked. Johnson just shot the gap, blew it up, and the way Kruger came over to high-five Coach Rapanis, they drew something up there.
Johnson, middle linebacker, number 32 right here. He's creeping toward the line of scrimmage. He shoots the gap, and he finds McIntyre and brings him down for a sack. Nice play.
No chance for McIntyre.
Mr. Johnson.
And Mount Pleasant, I believe, is going to call it timeout here. 3rd and 21. 3:12 to go in the third quarter. Folks, this coverage of this Midland High football game is being produced by MCTV volunteers and staff. If you'd like to create games like this one, sign up for our Media Creator Workshops. You will learn how to be a producer, create a studio program, use professional video cameras, and edit your video on professional software. Learn how your creation can be made into a podcast or video on YouTube. Call 837-3474 to learn more. More information about MCTV can be found at www.CityofMidlandMI.gov/MCTV. MCTV bringing some great coverage again this fall. Football, volleyball, golf, swimming, soccer. MCTV has it all. 3rd and 21. Little screen, bubble screen, and Midland makes the tackle. It was a really well-designed play. Barry on the tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, he might still be running.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Two receivers, though, were in the area of the ball, but that was brought in by Humphrey, I believe.
Well, it was that bubble screen. The other receiver was out there to block.
Well,
so a big pickup, but Mount Pleasant will punt, and Midland will get the ball back, hopefully in good field position here. It's different.
Oh, poor
short kick. Midland needs to get out of the way. Huge pound. What a break for the Oilers. Holy cow.
Yeah.
It was really short kick. Had a potential to be about a 10-yard punt, but a big bounce. Mount Pleasant bounce on this beautiful new field.
And you were telling me the old field had a crown to it, but on this new field, there's no crown, right?
No, so on the turf fields now at Northwood, we have the same thing where it can just be flat and it drains. It doesn't need to run off. The drainage goes through the turf.
Okay.
And so it's got the rubber and sand mixed in to the blades of artificial grass. And a beautiful design of this field. I really like the two-tone stripes, the dark and the light. Got both the Dow and Chemic logos out there. Johnson on the carry is going to gain about 1.5 yards.
And brought down by Shell. First time.
Yeah.
Making a tackle. Number 84.
Also a new track out here at the Midland Community Stadium, and putting in new tennis courts over where the Parkdale Elementary used to be.
And a new parking lot over by the baseball diamond.
Yes. So been a busy summer for Eric Albright and the crew, and really spectacular facilities. Money back to pass. He's looking downfield, and he's brought down. That's Rickenstrick. It's going to be officially a sack, I think, probably a small loss there, but Money was looking downfield. Good coverage by the Oilers. He had nowhere to go. He tried to take off, but Rickenstrick tripped him up, and it'll bring up 3rd and long.
Here's the replay. Keep your eyes on number 1 here. Unblocked, chases down Money, brings him down, and
Money back to pass, fires. Oh, he threw behind the receiver. He had Smith had settled into an opening there right around the sticks, but Money off a rare time that he was really off target.
Yeah, but again, he had pressure from Rickenstrick, and Frank Altamore said this many years ago to me, in big games you want your best players to be stars.
Yeah.
And it's time for Rickenstrick, from the Mount Pleasant point of view, and Shell to be stars.
Right.
Step up. Second half, close game against a big-time opponent.
Zach Wilder comes in on the offensive line for the punt. Money back to punt. High kick, fair catch called right at midfield. And Mount Pleasant will, in the battlefield position, has the edge now. Their defense came up big. Midland unable to do anything on offense that last time. And so with just over a minute to go in the 3rd quarter, 1:04 to be exact, we are tied up at 21. You just sense coming in this could be another epic battle between these two teams, and here we have it. Last year, Midland won 22-21 in a thriller over in Mount Pleasant. Again, the quarterback draw, and this time a nice job by the Chemic defense. It's Bradley on the stop. McIntyre, that's just those quick feet.
He's got real quick feet. And the thing is, when you have a quarterback, he might be hurt, Dave. He looks like he's clutching onto his right hand. He might have taken
he's coming out of the game.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
That's a big loss.
Wyatt Irvin, a junior, will take over.
I saw him in pregame, and he has a nice touch on the ball. He's more of a thrower.
Pitch right, and it's going to be about a 3-yard gain by Abinohar. Yeah, I don't know what happened. He came off the field immediately after that.
He looked like he was clutching his right hand, right wrist area. And he's a right-handed throwing quarterback.
3rd and 2.5, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Whew, so
wow.
It's a 1-point lead for the Chemics going in, and some explosive plays in that 3rd quarter to knot things up at 21.
Well, if McIntyre is out of this game for the rest of the game, that'll change things.
Yeah, a guy like him, he just kind of feel he's the kind of guy that says, just spit on this and rub it down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's probably good timing with the quarter ending for them to work on his hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would change things, because he's really been McIntyre's been the go-to guy, as we've said, for Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, and defensively, when you're playing a team that has a running quarterback, that puts a whole different pressure on your defense. It really does. you got to account for him on every play. And I saw Irvin earlier in pregame throwing, and he's got a nice arm. I mean, he really can loft the ball deep, and he's accurate, but he doesn't have the quicks that McIntyre has.
So he's been thrust into a
He's a big kid, though.
Here. Yep.
Big, strong kid.
I'll be surprised if we don't see Gunner get this one here. And it is Gunner, and he's hit. He's driving ahead. What a stop by the Chemics.
You got to go for it here. You think? Don't you have to go for it?
Hit
4th and
once,
2?
hit twice, and Gordon finished him off. They are going to go for it. I don't know if with the new quarterback if that would deter him or not, but it's going to be a 4th and 2. What a huge play here early in the 4th quarter. There's that full house backfield. They've run the counter out of this a lot.
A long count maybe, try and draw him off.
5 seconds to go on the play clock.
Nope.
They hand it off, and no, sir. Chemic defense rises to the occasion. They ran the counter to the right this time. They've been running it to the left. Boy, they let that play clock run down, and great job by the Chemic defense.
Left side of the Midland High defense, they try to penetrate over on this side, but you'll see number 24, Chase Mahabier, come in. And now, keep in mind the play clock down to 2 seconds. 1 second. Handoff. Mahabier does a great job jamming that play at the point of attack.
Johnson in there, a host of Chemics. And Midland takes over on downs.
Boy, that was a killer series for the Oilers. Great job, Midland High defense.
Pitch right. Picks his way ahead is Ty Smith. Been calling his name quite a bit tonight.
I'm trying to see McIntyre on the sidelines, and I cannot see him across the field from us. I don't think they took him into the locker room. I think he's still on the bench over there.
Smith picked up 5 on that player, going with that bunch again. They pitch right again. Tries to get the edge. First down, Chemics. So Ty Smith again. He's a 5'10", 155 junior. Being featured here on this drive in the running game.
Yeah, you didn't expect him to be carrying the ball this much, this deep in the game, but again, another
weapon.
Another weapon. He's got speed. Makes plays.
Chemics on the Oiler 46. This time it's Gordon. Pitch left to Gordon. Cuts up, drives ahead, picks up 10 yards. Oh my goodness, what a run.
Carried
Showed speed and power on that play.
Carried number 21, Griffin Brookins, about 3 yards on his back. And here we are, Gordon getting the ball, coming around on the pitch. He'll get the pitch right about here. And he'll take the ball up here and get saddled by number 21 Griffins, and he drags him, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yards. Almost 6 yards he carries him.
Didn't quite get the lead block on there, but he just sheer determination. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a first down or 3rd and inches here, so.
I'm looking at the sideline of Mount Pleasant, and McIntyre is throwing to a teammate on the sideline, so it looks like he is healthy enough to come back in, Dave.
And Midland just short. We're talking about an inch. Third and an inch.
Well, you got a lot of options here.
I'm a big believer in the quarterback sneak. You can see he was about the width of the line.
See, I'm a big believer in faking it, going for the bomb.
On
See?
3rd inches. And then quarterback sneak.
Yeah, you got Johnson, he can get that. Throw it deep. Come on.
Quarterback sneak in this is just almost impossible to stop.
Oh.
Yeah, actually it's second down, right? Wasn't it?
Well, we've got a second down and a third down showing. Second down.
Gordon, they had just gotten the first, so.
All right.
And Johnson.
He gets it.
Got the penetration to the line, get the 2 yards, move the chains. Why mess around?
I bet you it hurts to tackle him.
I would gotta believe.
You kind of have to think about it the second time he comes through the line. Like, do I really want to tackle him?
Chemics on the march here at the Oiler 34.
Old school football right here. Johnson gets the ball, goes straight up the line and says, here I come, tackle me. Bam. Took 2 guys to bring him down.
Smith the pitch right and gets a couple. Kind of putting they're creating numbers with that. They'll pitch to the man that goes in motion, making the other wing back the blocker.
You know who hasn't carried the ball much in the second half is Money.
No, he hasn't.
Wouldn't it be something if he maybe bootlegged one here and
fake the pitch?
Fake a pitch and off he goes.
Gordon, back to pass. He's got a man open. Got it! All the way down to the 3-yard line. Ty Smith on the reception. And Ty Smith is a factor here in the second half.
Another beautifully thrown ball by Money.
Right on the, it was just fabulous. That's where you use the run to set up the pass.
Yeah, and here's Smith right here. You think running formation? Nope. He sprints down the center of the field and catches that ball right there.
It's a little post pattern.
And touchdown saving tackle by the Oilers.
First and goal. Money's going to keep it this time. Drives ahead to the 1. Oh, he's in.
Touchdown.
He's in. A late signal by the official. Al Money strikes pay dirt again for the Chemics. Midland retakes the lead.
It's important here to make your extra points. Close game like this.
Yeah. Haddad, good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Chemics back on top by 7. Back and forth we go.
And here we go. Money, we've seen this formation before. He gets the snap from center. He kind of eyeballs the middle of the line. He picks the hole he wants, puts his head down, goes in for a TD.
The O-line is able to shove the Mount Pleasant line back the yardage, and Money scores. Yeah, Money gets credit for that touchdown, but that's one of those kind of an O-line touchdown.
O-line takes a lot of pride in touchdowns like that.
They drove him back. That line of Winter, Wilder, Coffee, Church is getting it done.
Well, here we are. We're approaching crunch time now. A little less than 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Well, will we see McIntyre back on the field for?
Yes, we will. There's no way he's staying out of this game.
All right.
I never
doubted. His helmet
never
is
doubt
on.
That. Yeah.
He's pacing back and forth. Yeah, I think he's coming in.
Now back to pooching it right around that 10, and he drops it. And the ball is free, and it's loose. And the Chemics have it. It's Ty Smith having a phenomenal second half. Keep talking. You pooch it to that 10, the 10 mark, the number there, and it just seems difficult to handle. It's the third time it's touched the ground.
Special teams, special teams, special teams.
Yeah.
Again, here we go. Credit to them.
Colin Haddad has got that down on how to do that, and the coverage is all over it. Smith pounces.
Well,
and
he made about 3 mistakes on this play. Tried to pick it up, he couldn't, and pounced on.
Play action pass, money into the end zone for Barry. Touchdown, Chemics! They convert the turnover in one play again. Al Money to Drew Barry for the second time tonight. And this game has turned on a dime.
Oh, it sure has. Midland strikes quick off the turnover.
2 touchdowns in a matter of seconds. Haddad, kick is good.
Well,
and just like that, Midland with the 2-touchdown lead.
Mount Pleasant, first of all, their defense is probably in a fog after that turnover because they can't believe that happened. So Midland High strikes quick with Money connecting with Barry, and Barry catches the ball in the end zone. You'll see Money. You think it's going to be a run? No, not a run. Barry cuts across the line over here, catches the ball in the end zone untouched for a score. Midland's up 2 touchdowns, and momentum squarely on their side.
So Mount Pleasant has had 2 turnovers, and the Chemics scored on the next play both times. And now Mount Pleasant's reeling right now.
Oh, well,
this is a. Well,
their special teams have failed them tonight. Failed them, killed them.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
that right there, then the punt, the snap over the punter's head.
Blocked extra point.
Block extra point. It's
Long
just
kickoff return. Yeah, you know, we say the vast majority of the games that Midland High plays in, they have the edge on special teams, and that has certainly played out tonight.
Keep in mind, both these teams are 2-0, and they're in the same division in the Valley.
Kickoff in the same spot and the same problem. He picks it up, and he's buried inside the 10. Oh, my goodness. There's just, it's like the Bermuda Triangle when you kick it to that 10-yard line. I don't know if it's the angle or what, but that is the 4th time that has touched the turf. And Mount Pleasant on their heels, pinned back at the 9.
91 yards to go. And your 2 touchdowns down with 8:24 to play. Here it is again. As Dave said, the Bermuda Triangle starts right there, and he picks up the ball and is brought down at the 9-yard line. It's a killer for the Oilers. And a penalty. Looks like motion again.
Motion again. Well, they were trying a lot of trickeration on that play. Offsides. So the player was just playing lined up offsides.
Well, how about Ty Smith? He's been a name for himself tonight, hasn't he?
Hats off to him. He's been a key factor in the running game, in the passing game, and now in special teams.
I would say that the Oilers are just rattled right now.
They gotta be.
They just got to be rattled. I mean, third quarter, they were in charge. All of a sudden, now they're down 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
3 straight Chemic touchdowns. There's the pitch. It's to Abinahar. He's going to get about 3 of those 5 yards back, maybe 4.
You know, you can look back on a lot of plays to turn the momentum, but I think one big play was McIntyre getting his hand hurt coming out of that series.
Yeah, it kind of stopped their
yeah,
offense.
I mean, it came to a screeching halt.
Now they're switching out into the Wildcat. And Corey Davis back to pass. Oh, there's got to be a flag there, yep. Gordon got tangled up with Shell.
Shell hasn't touched the ball all night. He's the big tight end, the Division I prospect. They tried going to him on that play, but he got tackled.
You know, that was interesting. They had Davis throw the ball. Because maybe his hand is banged up.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't, in this situation, you would. But, you know, they used that trickeration with halfback pass before, and it worked.
Yeah, Gordon was called for the interference there. He
just got tangled up.
Tangled up with Shell.
McIntyre back in the shotgun. Here comes a screen pass. And Davis going to ramble on up to the 39. Good answer here by Mount Pleasant.
It's not 2 minutes to go yet, but I think you're in the 2-minute drill at this point.
Yeah, it could be.
You need to speed up your offense. You've only got 7.5 minutes to go. You're down 2 scores. But like I said earlier, keys of the game, play to the final tick on the clock. And I've seen too many of these games go down to the final 10 seconds.
Tire fires.
Oh, that was a dangerous pass.
That was. He kind of threw it in between the 2 receivers.
Yeah, that easily could have been picked off.
Not sure if that was to Rondi or.
Well, he just dropped back here and just gunned it over to this side of the field, and fortunately for him, there was no Midland High player. Looks like it was intended for number 8.
Did it get tipped?
Mason Rodney, but I don't think it got tipped. I just think it was a bad pass. Oh, boy. That might be a lateral.
They didn't call incomplete. Now they call it incomplete.
Incomplete, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was, actually. But they tried some more trickeration here, and it did not work.
Well, this was a handoff. Looks like was it to Davis? Yep, to Davis, and Davis throws it to McIntyre, and he throws it forward. If that had been thrown backwards, that would have been a live ball.
There wasn't much chance of that play working. They threw it back to him, and there was 3 blue jerseys ready to light up McIntyre.
All right, 3rd down here. Do you go for it in a 4th if you don't get it?
10, 7 minutes to go in the game. Low snap.
Boy.
McIntyre brought down. Mahavier, Johnny on the spot. Now they're going to have to kick.
Well, Mahavier, great play. He was coming in on a blitz and brought down McIntyre. But I'll tell you, I've been watching Mount Pleasant a lot of years. Look at Mahavier come in from the left side here. Bad snap.
Great job beating the block.
Beat the block and brought down for a big loss. But this has got to be the sloppiest I've seen Mount Pleasant play in any amount of time you want to name.
Fair catch signal. Yeah.
This is not them. Uncharacteristics of the Oilers to play this sloppy.
Ty Smith with the fair catch, and Midland. Now it's with 6.5 to go. Ball on their own 40. You got to try to chew up some clock. They moved the chains a few times here, and it's going to be pretty tough for Mount Pleasant. We'll see if they continue with a double wing formation. Pitch to Gordon. This time nowhere to run. There's a shell that time, and just threw Gordon to the ground. Maybe got a half yard.
Well, Midland High has used this formation to slip a back out of the backfield for a pass play, so let's see if they'll try that again.
It's not like, you know, you'd see that and you figure, well, it's just a run situation, but they've still been able to find balance out of it.
Yeah, Smith or Gordon could slip out of there and for a pass play.
This time Johnson is going to plow ahead for a couple.
Circling the play, brings up 3rd down.
5.5 to go now. 3rd and long. 3rd and about 7.
Well, we're halfway through the 6-game regular season. If Midland hangs on to win this, they'll be 3-0.
Yeah.
And Mount Pleasant will be 2-1. Last year when they met, they were 5-0. Each team was 5-0. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a classic last year.
Now the play clock is new to me here.
Yeah.
New this year.
Yep.
Money's watching it tick down below 5.
Counter to Smith. He's got room to run. Up there he goes. Ty Smith on the loose again. Still on his feet inside the 5-yard line. Oh my goodness. This young man is having a huge
flag thrown on the play. The referee is talking to Gordon at the 45-yard line. Something transpired.
Yeah, he is going to be unsportsmanlike. He must have yelled at the ref or something. Because there was no Oilers back there, so the only exchange was with the official.
Coach Rapanis is talking to him.
Ooh, that's a big penalty because they were inside the 5-yard line.
I think he was complaining about a late hit on Money. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I think he was too.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to back his teammate there, but Ty Smith having a monster half.
Yeah, we talked about Money and Gordon coming in this game as the top offensive threats, but man, Smith.
Well, I was looking
what
for,
a game.
You know, we get the Saginaw Valley League stats, and Smith has not run the ball this year until this game.
Great speed. So here we are, ball at the 19-yard line, 4:55 left.
In a strange way, it gives them more room to run some more clock out.
Yeah.
Although if you score again down there in the 4, that pretty much puts out of reach.
Well, that last play, I mean, that was a 3rd and long, Dave.
Yeah.
Here it is. I mean, 3rd and long. What do you think they're going to do? Maybe pass? Nope. We're going to get the ball to this guy right there, number 2, counter play.
Well, that was a little new wrinkle to that offense because they've almost always given it to the man in motion. And this time they countered to Smith, ran the other way.
This formation has definitely frustrated the Oilers, that's for sure.
Johnson this time. See, Gordon is upset again about the same thing, that a late hit on, they took a shot on Money. And then Gordon was complaining, and Mettner's yelling at him to don't be getting another one of these. So Johnson powers his way for a yard.
Yeah, there's a lot of frustration on Midland High's part about Money taking hits that they feel are not deserved, and they want the referee to step up and make the call and put it into it.
2nd and 9.
But you have to ask, why is he taking a hit on a handoff, right? When he's away from the play.
Pitch to Smith. Still on his feet. Oh, there he goes! Ty Smith down to the 1. What a job. Oh, my goodness. He was dead to rights, but he was not going down. He spins his way out of it, breaks a tackle, muscles his way inside the 1.
Well, if I was giving away game balls tonight, he would be getting 1. Here he is again, number 2. You think he's going to follow his blocking? You think he stopped? Nope. He squirts out of there and goes down to about the half-yard line. Good play, good blocking.
Johnson, this time, touchdown Chemics. And that was just a power drive. That was a statement drive that you're not stopping us. And now Midland in total control.
That was the KO punch right there. Johnson up the middle.
Yep.
And don't look now, but Midland scored 40-plus points again. 3rd straight game.
41-21. And man, this game turned around. Midland was down 21-14. And the extra point, again, is good.
Well,
3.5 to go.
Uh-oh. Flags on the field. There's a little pushing and shoving, it looks like.
Yeah, that might be some frustration on Mount Pleasant's part.
Yeah.
See, Mahabir's been in that formation playing in that tight
You give
end
the ball
spot.
to this guy, no one's going to stop him at that point. He's going to get at least a yard because he is so big and strong. And here he goes. Johnson puts his head down, crosses the goal line for a touchdown. Midland High leading 42-21.
Flag is a personal foul on the Chemics, so they'll be they won't be able to kick it to the Bermuda Triangle this time. And Mount Pleasant's expecting it there. He's standing right on the 10.
They should have
They're
3
totally
guys at the 10.
But this time Midland's going to have to kick from the 25 instead. Well, now we'll see if they pitch it, pooch it down there to the 25 instead of the 10.
Well, I'm going to guess we're not going to see Money again for the rest of the game. Keep him out.
I mean, where they're taking some shots at him.
Yeah, they don't want to risk a late hit, cheap shot, whatever on him.
There's that same kickoff to the same basic area, and they dropped it again. What is the... Uh-oh, but he's got room to run. This time there's a flag. There's an illegal block. It's getting a little chippy out here. And you know who drew that penalty?
Nope.
Ty Smith.
Ty Smith. Game ball. Ty, you get a game ball tonight, man. You've had a whale of a game.
And there's another chemic down. It looks like a cramp. Wait there. Hunter Kruger is attending to his teammate. Can't see who that is with the cramp. I think it might be Douglas.
Well, we've seen this play too many times from Mount Pleasant's perspective here.
It's just
you bobble the kickoff. Wow.
When it's to that spot, it has been bobbled every time.
I'm going to say 4 times tonight on kickoffs. 4 times it's been bobbled or fumbled.
Yeah, this is where, you know, Midland stopped Mount Pleasant on downs.
Yeah.
And that came right down, and then a turnover.
Yeah. I personally think that was the pivotal. Stopping on 4th down,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden.
And then it started.
The haymaker started to land at that point.
Yeah. There's a lot. The locomotive was going down the track. You can use a lot of.
Mount Pleasant's got to be saying, what happened? What happened to us?
Yeah, it just got out of. It was having a classic game and just got out of control.
Out of character for them making so many mistakes, but man, give credit to Midland High. Midland High's been mistake-free for the most part. All night.
Yeah, it's just been a phenomenal performance. It's gonna go post pattern to Bino Har. Oh, there's a flag. Yeah.
He got crushed by Martin Bradley. Wow, I hope we have a replay of that.
It's going to be a...
Oh, they called a flag on that?
It's pass interference.
Watch
on,
Bradley
Mahabir.
just absolutely annihilate number 2, McIntyre. Comes in unblocked. He takes him and punishes him. Watch this. Wham!
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
Ouch.
just a blast of a tackle. Wow.
And Mahabir tried to jump that route, but he got a piece of the receiver, and so it'll be a first down for the Oilers out to the 44.
That
Yeah,
might be
he
one of the
took a
hardest hits on a
shot.
quarterback I've seen in a while.
Tough kid. He bounced right back up. Bino Har, nothing doing there.
No gain on the play.
Oh, that's Bradley is shaken up. He's in La La Land. Oh, it does not look good. I don't know if he took a blow to the head because he looked a little unsteady. Let's see when he hit McIntyre if he took some of that. Second and 10. Sam Dower checks into the game for the Chemics, number 21. Little screen pass, and great job by Dower comes into the game and makes tackle right off the bat. And that's one of those next man up things. So
they'll give them that play for the rest of the game.
They will, yes.
3-yard pass. Who cares?
Dower, a junior. Oh yeah, absolutely. 2.5 to go. Clock's ticking. Kind of need a little more urgency if you're gonna have any shot at all.
I would think.
McIntyre. Oh, he got crushed again.
I didn't think he caught it. No, they're calling it incomplete.
McIntyre took a blow by Mahabir.
There's a lot of hard hits happening right now on both sides.
Yeah. McIntyre's a tough customer. It's 4th and 7. Mount Pleasant's going to call a timeout.
Well, he's going to know he was in a football game tomorrow morning when he wakes up.
Yeah.
Again, you talked about it. Mahabir comes in and absolutely lights up McIntyre. Watch this. Bam, right in the chest. Takes him down. That pass was
Kruger
incomplete.
in on that too, and then number 7 took a shot by Barry and Kruger.
I know we have about 2 minutes left to play, but you kind of have the feeling that this game could get kind of chippy in the last 2 minutes, or more chippy maybe in the last 2 minutes. Yeah.
This is an intense rivalry.
It is. And Mount Pleasant's just kicking themselves for playing the way they played in the last quarter and a half. So here we go. 4th and long.
There's Corrigan in the lineup for Midland, 56. Quick to pass. Down and incomplete. He overthrew. Under pressure again. He tried to get Shell, and Midland will take over. And this is just going to be a tremendous Chemic victory here.
Sure is.
After bringing in the second unit.
I think we can say that Shell was pretty much a non-factor in this game tonight.
Yeah.
Offensively, he did nothing for him. And defensively, I think we called his name once or twice. Great game by Midland High to score 40-plus points in 3 straight games. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it certainly is.
And against a team like this, you're scoring 42.
Well, we knew about some of the weapons with Gordon and Money.
Money is not in the game, Dave, like I said.
No, yeah, but then now you got Ty Smith really being a factor here. Volkel will take the handoff from Dower, gain maybe a yard. That's number 13, Tim Volkel.
Well, I like the play clock on at the end zones there. That's nice. That's a nice addition.
Clock's winding down. The Chemic faithful that are here, and like you said, all the folks out there at Dow Diamond cheering on your Chemics. Tremendous performance to be proud of.
Watching a great victory here by the Chemics.
Oh, hits the dirt that time.
That's all right. It eats up more time for them.
Winding down for the final minute.
Well, it'll be interesting to see when the state rankings come out. Midland High typically plays Division II. And I would say, Dave, that they'll probably be a top 5 ranked team.
They might be. I mean, with 3 dominant victories.
Yeah.
And then
and remember, this core of players played last year and really gave Muskegon-Mona Shores their best game in the state playoffs. And Muskegon-Mona Shores went on to win the state championship.
Right.
And Mona Shores beat them here at Midland Stadium. But here we go. Dower takes the snap. And now you're just in eating clock mode here. Takes a hard hit at the 50 and brought down.
Yeah, they're not going to have to snap it again.
No.
Tremendous Chemic victory tonight, and there will be the remaining schedule will be Bay City Central, Carmen Ainsworth, and then Dow High. Yeah, folks, thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks again out to Dow Diamond, Chris Mudhank, and the crew for making it possible for fans to enjoy the game out at Dow Diamond, and all the parents that are here, the cheerleaders, and we're going to take a look at some of the game highlights, and there's plenty of them for the Chemics, Chris.
Yeah, there are. And what we're going to see here looks like Money and number 2, Mr. Ty.
This will be to Barry. This is
Ty Smith.
Yeah. Ty Smith, yeah.
Ty Smith.
Yeah. I forgot about he had that first touchdown.
Yeah, I have to say he's player of the game tonight, man. He's got a lot of competition for that from Money and Gordon. And here's McIntyre. You thought he was stopped, but nope. He squirts out of there, and off he goes for a Mount Pleasant touchdown. And he was impressive tonight. First time we've seen him play. He's got quickness, and he can throw the ball well. And this was a killer play for Mount Pleasant. A bad snap. Midland High stopped the forward progress at the 2. They took over at the 2-yard line, and Money, if we have that highlight here, Money took the ball in for a score.
Yeah, very nice.
But that was Mount Pleasant was leading at that point. Here comes Money. We saw that play a lot tonight, right up the gut.
Yeah, just that offensive line, just having their way with that defensive line.
And here we are, McIntyre and Johnson imposing his will on McIntyre. Johnson plays both fullback and linebacker. And here's Money. Dropping back, fires the ball. Nice snag there. Is that Smith again?
Naturally.
Yep, Smith. We should know that by now. Number 2. And Money up the middle for another score. Another outstanding game. You keep this up, Mr. Money, you'll be an all-state football player this year. And here we are. Money drops back, and here's Barry. Touchdown. Second half action there. That was Barry hauling that ball. And here's Money again. Giving off the ball off to Smith, and off he goes. Number 2, we salute you for such a awesome game tonight. Keep in mind, Midland High was down 21-14 in the second half.
Right.
In the second half, they were down by a score. So Money pitches to Smith up the middle. You think he stopped? Nope, he spins. He keeps moving. And he's brought down inside the 1, and Midland High will punch it in from there for another touchdown. But yeah, Dave, you think about that. They're down 21-14 in the third quarter, and they win 42-21. Yeah. There's Johnson, Larry Zonka of the 21st century, bashing into the end zone. And voila, 42-21. You look at the score, people are going to think, oh, Midland High blew them out. Oh, Midland High. Nah, it wasn't that way.
It just got it rolling in the second half, converted on turnovers, dominated the special teams, and just had their big players step up in a big game.
Yeah.
And great team victory for Midland.
And we have to say it was a homecoming victory,
right?
Homecoming
Yes.
Victory.
Without the festivities.
Right.
But the players will enjoy this.
There's Eric Metner.
Won't
Take
be
a
any
nice
less.
photo.
Yep. Won't be any less enjoyment on this win here tonight for the men in blue.
20 plus years from now, when they're dads, they'll be able to tell their kids, "You won't believe the homecoming game that we played against Mount Pleasant."
That's right. That's right.
We had 150 people in the stands.
So the Chemics improved to 3-0 with 3 games left in this abbreviated 6-game season. Like we mentioned, Bay City Central up next, then Carmen Ainsworth, followed by the Dow High game on October 23rd.
Yeah.
And so, again, thanks to all the MCTV crew. Another great job by the guys in the truck and the camera work. Midland, our community is just blessed to have MCTV and such a great group of volunteers.
Absolutely.
And so, again, this was Dave Marsh bringing you the homecoming action tonight, along with Chris Stevens. Thanks for joining us, folks. Again, final score, Midland High 42, Mount Pleasant 21. Good night, everybody.
Midland Community Television has exciting news for Midland area nonprofits. Recently, MCTV has undergone changes both technologically and organizationally to help you share your story better and reach your audience wherever they are. Our new services include public service announcements, special event recordings, audio podcasts, YouTube video, live TV broadcasts streamed online, and more. Call 837-3474 for details. Follow us on Facebook and search for MCTV Community Voices on YouTube or podcast platforms for more local stories. Join us to build a better community through media at MCTV.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
Well, I can only imagine the benefit to the community is through what you hear on the streets as far as did you see, or there was information that I didn't know about. It would be Midland County Cancer Services or the police department or city hall meetings, commission meetings, and so it's the news of the community on television. Midland only has one television station. MCTV is the station for Midland.
The MCTV network helps Midland residents share their story with the community. Our media producer workshops will help you get started. In one short session, you will learn how to create media that will educate, entertain, and enrich the community in which we live. Get registered for a workshop by calling 837-3474, follow us on Facebook for more information, and search for MCTV Community Voices on YouTube and your podcast platform for more local stories. Join us to build a better community through media at MCTV.
MCTV gives you a chance to expand your horizons in terms of what you can express, that the rest of the community can benefit from witnessing it, and it gives you a chance to enrich others through your enrichment. I think that's really important. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, whether you have a passion for political ideas or spiritual ideas, MCTV gives a voice to that, an opportunity for your voice to be heard.